Testing 1, 2, 3. Hopefully it's all good to go. Let me know how audio is for you guys. Let me know how stream is because I don't know. Everything's kind of slowing up on my end. I had to do some tinkering, some technical support for myself earlier for stream, so it was fun. But we're gonna do some like ink warm-ups if we can get into that today. Let me boost that a little bit more. And it's not one in my head, all good. Okay, that's good. Thanks, Ben. And Twin, thanks for the check-in. Hello, everybody. If you're gonna sit here and lurk, that's perfectly fine. I have some old drawings from like 2023 that I never got the chance to ink in, so we're gonna do some like practice inks today on these old doodles. It's Farron and Elias, my OCs, and then there's a random platypus I drew for some odd reason. I don't know why I drew a platypus at that time, but I did. So it is what it is. I do want to try some ink pens that I got a while back. They're like nice like brush tip ones. They're interesting. I think I got them off Amazon a while ago. They were on a sale, I think. And then I do have my good old the graphite markers. They're Master's Touch brand, which you know, I like Master's Touch. They're affordable at this point in time, you know? So whatever works. I don't know. We're going to try one of these pens because they're all pretty much the same. You're going to have like the little like fine tip at the end and you have your brush tip at the other side. So it's just one ink pen, two different ends. Kind of like those chameleon markers if you ever tried those guys out. I do have a Faber-Castell ink pen. I have a wide variety of different ink pens and markers, and I mix and match my brands too. So I don't ever stick to just one brand. Whoever got the sale, that's who I go to pretty much. So anyways, the Hethrone we're gonna try out. Not that end yet. We're gonna try just the fine tip to see how nice it gives us as far as ink goes. Yeah, let's just start warming up. But how's everyone's Monday? How are you guys doing today, you know? It was a nice calm day for me at work, thankfully. It wasn't too hectic and crazy since a lot of folks were off today, thankfully. So, and the phones weren't too busy either, so that's always a plus too when you're in a customer service job. Deal with some cranky customers, you know? It's a win-win situation on my books. Also, if the fan is too loud, let me know. Yesterday, I did not have my fan on for stream, and it did get really hot in my room, and it ended up getting me really sick. I think I overheated a little bit because I was super tired. Ugh. It was awful. It was an awful feeling. My head hurt. There was just too much heat in my room. And so, should probably open my windows, but it's super cold out too, so that also sucks. You know? It's like, I don't win. Either I freeze or I overheat. Survived another long work trip for work. I'm still worn out. Oh yeah, you said you're a driver, right? You probably have long trips to do. I'd assume like the mail couriers, you know, they have to go to like different stops all day long. Essentially, that's how I kind of imagine the workload to be. Different clients, you know. But I mean, at least you're not behind a computer all day. At least you get to see different sites. That's how I kind of see it. I guess there's a pro and con to every job. You know, I got out of a warehouse job because I got sick of, working in the cold, but the trade-off is sitting down in a computer chair for 8 hours a day, and I'm just like, and I'm so used to like moving around and doing stuff, ants in my pants. So my boss is always like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I gotta move, I gotta exercise, I gotta do something, I gotta do stretches. So she's always giggling at me when I'm doing like squats or something at my desk. Simple computer stretches. And I'm like, yeah, you gotta do these. You gotta keep away that carpal tunnel. You know? Oh, transporting. Oh, rail yard. Oh, so like train stuff. Cool. That's a lot of mileage though, dude. Props. Kudos to you, man. I don't know if I could drive that long, to be honest. 8 hours is a long time to drive. But yeah, we'll just warm up. I am also charging my tablet and my pen as well while I'm doing this, so eventually I will go to digital art later on, because there is a commission piece I need to go back to and do some edits to, so hopefully I can get to that tonight. If not, I'll probably do that, you know, during my time off tomorrow as well, so it's always a win-win either way. Wait a minute, what happened here? Oh, I see. I think it's the arms. Oh, it's this. Wait. Oh no! I jerked. I jerked? What? I dorked up is what I was trying to say. Like, okay, I'm done talking. I'm gonna draw now. Like, what? I guess I can kind of do like an off the shoulder kind of like those like shirts or tops that you see. Those, like the crop tops that you see like in the mall or something. I don't know. I'll think of something. (2023). I was very simplistic back then with my my line work. My eyes are kind of the same though. I didn't really change that too much, thankfully. I just need to start just showing the process of when I do things, honestly. I don't know whether to start just doing recordings like I started to do there for my TikTok. Like doing like miniature versions of that and sharing it, or just streaming it and going ham for an hour, you know? Maybe both. Both is good. A copious amounts of caffeine. Caffeine! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I get that. I kind of have too much caffeine nowadays, you know? Too much coffee can upset the stomach. Sadly. I was trying to get my other camera to work with me so I can get a different angle for you guys, but unfortunately, I couldn't get it to work. So we're gonna have like the one angle. And I was trying to get the other light to work too, so it was like a nice bright light. But it do be what it do be. Sometimes things work out, sometimes it doesn't. I was really close to just like doing like my old TikTok setup where I just had like my phone record. I don't know if Twitch does that though off of mobile. I think you have to download the app and do something to like probably gotta prove something like how TikTok has you do with the phones. And I have no idea what it would even look like, you know? I don't think it would be landscape. I think it would be a phonescape. You know? I haven't done a TikTok stream in a long time though, to be honest. Should get back into that. That wasn't too bad. Met a lot of cool folks over there. Especially in the gaming community. So many Final Fantasy fans over there. I'm just like, yeah! This is what I'm talking about. That's my cup of tea. That's my bread and butter. That's home. Away from home. I gotta finish Rebirth, actually, now that I think about it. All the months ago I started. I think it's been about a year since the game's been out. I have not beat it to this day. I remember getting to the Midgard Serpent And was it Rebirth? Yeah, I got to the Midgard Serpent and Sephiroth was like, I am here in your brain, basically, to Cloud. And I think I got a little bit past the mountain. I remember that much, but I'm probably a lot further than that, to be honest. Because I do remember getting past the mountain, finding Yuffie, fighting the giant, like, wind birds that summon tornadoes, and you gotta dodge them like crazy. And this splits the party up in two. I have not met Vincent yet, so that's definitely a goal of mine. I got so many games that I started just didn't finish. I feel so bad about that. I need to start just finishing games. I mean, I finished God of War on stream all the years ago, like 2 years ago, it feels like, I think. Maybe it was 2 years ago. I loved God of War. That was a game that I just could not put down. Like, I was like streaming that I think every day. I was like, we are going to finish this puppy. Then again, I was a God of War fan back when it first came out in the PlayStation 2, I believe. Yeah, PS2. I don't think it was on PS1. It was too cool for PS1. So eventually I'll get back into that. Get back to the games that I like to play and that I just want to play and just enjoy. Whether on stream or off stream, you know? Courts on TT back in the day. Dad of Boy 2018! I feel so... I don't remember if I have the original clips from that stream all them years ago. Oh my god. Have I been streaming a long time? When is my anniversary? I need to look into this stuff. Maybe I need to do like an anniversary stream eventually. Maybe I'll do it on my birthday. I'll plan it for my birthday or something. I don't know. Anniversary / birthday stream. There you go. And get all decked out for the holidays. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Do 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 do. La 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 la. I forgot the words. But yeah, that song. I know Thanksgiving is soon, but you know what? 2 weeks are gonna fly by and it's gonna be Christmas before you know it. I am a December child, so therefore, I love Christmas. I love snow. A lot of folks, I hate snow. I'm like, I love snow. I used to get like really cool blizzards on my birthday. I would always hope for like giant heaps of snow so I get a snow day. As a kid, that's what I always hoped for. I was like, hell yeah. Bring on the snow. Now that as an adult, I'm like, nah. Not too much this year, please. I don't want to freeze my toes. But then again, I still love it. Because when my cousins were littler and I used to take them out snow sledding and I loved it. I love being out in the snow. And when Candy was younger, I'd take her out because she loved to go jump in the snow and just play in the snow. She would always like dip her face in. Now that she's older, I don't know if she really likes the snow as much because she's like 18. So she's got like, I don't know, guys. We'll see how she does this year, you know? She is pretty old. She is up there. She is senior lady. I've had her since 2009, just to kind of give you guys a retrospect of how long I had my dog. So, I've had her pretty much all her life. I've been her only owner. And I say I did pretty dang good, I think, so far. Taking care of her. Loving her. Arctic doggo gets cold. It's so icy, it's so freezy. I don't know. I think I do prefer the cold though, just because you can always warm up. It's easier to warm up than it is, and it's harder to cool down. Like summertime, I can't do summer. I feel like a polar bear. Or maybe a reindeer. There's another analogy. Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah. It was good taking a hiatus though when I like the what 3 weeks, I think a month. Jeez, I think I really needed that time. Just kind of get away from the internet. Really focus on life stuff and what I want to do going forward in the future and all these like, big plans I want to do, get done with. A lot to think about. Crunch time. I think that's what you do when you start getting older. You start thinking, what am I going to do? Instead of thinking like 10 years out, you start thinking, what am I going to do in the next 6 months? What am I going to do differently? What am I going to try this time? Living in the moment, Instead of dreaming of like dreams that may never happen. Planning just little getaways on the weekends. Which I did go to South Dakota, which was a nice family getaway. It was a good trip. Maybe I'll share some like, clips and photos eventually on my Discord or something. Show you the Badlands, what it's like currently. Folks were pretty crazy out there. I will say the national, a lot of those parks out there was no one there. So it was kind of weird when you had no one to ask directions, like, especially for like the trails, like you need maps and stuff. You're like, where do I go? What do I do? So we avoided the trails as much as possible because we didn't have any guides out there. But mainly just stuck to the road and what we could do from, a safe distance because there are rattlesnakes out there. A rattler and giant bears in bear country. That was a fun trip. I will say it was so cold. Like the cold that can get to your bones kind of chilly at that because we got there super late in the well, I guess it was like super late in the night, super early in the morning because it was like 2 a.m. when we got there. And getting into a nice hot warm cabin was like the most refreshing thing after experiencing that kind of cold. You're like, "Oh my god. The cold is no joke." It was a little humble cabin too, wasn't it? Too cray-cray. But yeah. Didn't see any bears. But we did see buffalo. Well, one buffalo. I saw one buffalo. We all saw one buffalo. Which I didn't know the buffalo all went extinct. And they what did they? They did like a Jurassic Park where they brought the buffalo back. Which is really cool. So it's not like they're not the true buffalo because original buffalo are actually, I think, 30 or 50% larger than what we have currently seeing at the state parks. And I'm like, makes sense. Interesting. Very interesting. How I would love to see a real buffalo though. Sorry, I went on a ramble there. Third year winter. When I came to Wisconsin, it was -70, and that includes the wind chill. Holy fudge! I'm sorry. That's cold. That's icy. I need to take a break, but I'm always out of Kit Kat bars. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break of that Kit Kat bar. I think they took that jingle away, actually. Sadly. I think they have it in like the, what do you call it? I don't know. I think they have like the jingle, but they don't have like the words anymore. I think that's what I was trying to say. There we go. How you doing, Winter? What brings you in? Checking out chat here because I was kind of locked in there doing ink. Buffalo is good, actually. If you never had, it's just basically the beef. That's what I see. I had buffalo burgers when I was there in South Dakota. That was awesome. Delicious. Good stuff. Especially when it's in like the chili. Oh my god, I had their chili there. It was so freaking good. And because it was so cold anyways to begin with, like chili, it was definitely chili month, you know what I mean? Like this time of year, like at this time of the year when it gets cold like this in the Midwest, it's soup and chili months. Easy chew, easy to make, nom noms. Sometimes my mom will like albondigas, which is like the meatball soup, which is really good too. Love that stuff. Sometimes menudo. No, not so much menudo. Not too much. We're not too much of a menudo fan. I mean, it's gotta be cooked just right. It's gotta be seasoned right and everything for me to like it and eat it, you know? And if it's not seasoned right or cooked or cleaned right, it just don't taste good. It's like, no thank you. What's the other one that we have? Menudo, sometimes, not so much. Why are all the foods escaping my brain? Let's see. Oh, potato soup and homemade fry bread. Dude, is the bomb diggity. If I don't know, everyone makes their fry bread a little bit different, of course, but like we make it to where it puffs up and like you make it and you roll it out, right? And you just cut your pieces however shapes you want. You can do whatever shape you want, of course. You can make stars if you want to. Go ham. And then you just let them fry up and they bubble up and they're like super fluffy. They're like eating like little clouds with your potato soup, hot potato soup. And sometimes we mix in different like, veggies. We'll put in like, like carrots, cucumbers, get a little fancy, put in some bacon, we'll cook some bacon, get it all fine chopped and everything, and we'll sprinkle that in too. And dudes, a good potato soup. Oops, sorry. And also, let me know if the music's kind of like echoing or anything. Sorry. Buffalo wings are good, but that's not buffalo. That's chicken. Different creature for spicy food in winter is magical. Indeed. Indeed, Dante. Doodle. Old Doodle from 2023. I'm inking it, just doing some practice inks, and I'm just talking about life pretty much. Whatever comes up. Mostly trip stuff. Oh, is your internet okay? It could be also my connection too, because I know yesterday my internet. I know the stream was kind of a little funky dunky, so I do apologize. Not the French girl. I offer us tribute to be drawn. No, I get you. I know what you mean. I mean, hey, if you got points saved up, I'll start taking requests again, of course. I gotta finish the previous requests. I'm still behind on those. I'm terrible. I've been, like, plotting and staging out my stories and... Oh, man. Got a little selfish there, I guess you can say. It's a little bit selfish. I was like, I'm taking me time and I'm gonna work on my stories, guys. Sorry, dudes. Pretty much like the first couple pages that I have down so far. I'm redoing some of the panels just because there's like, I guess, different poses I wanted for each one. And I wanted like a certain emotion captured for like the main villain in that moment too, when he's talking to the queen. I want to make sure that his emotion and his persona is captured just right. And that he's not too crazed and crazy, you know what I mean? Very calm is Aphelion. So we'll see how it all goes once I get it all done. And then I do have my newest one that I've been talking about. I know I talked about the robot in my Discord a little bit. I am working on a sci-fi story too, so I'm trying to build up a whole other like universe pretty much. I don't know whether to go post-apocalyptic or in the moment apocalyptic thing happens, you know what I mean? And survival of the fittest type thing. Esteban's supposed to be like the comedic relief, though, to be honest. My happy little robot dude. Because I love telling stories, sometimes, you know, with, of course, with like a more serious tone to them, but I do like to add in a little bit of humor, a little bit of hee hee ha ha. And it's always hard to make folks laugh too, so comedy is always a tough one to do. So we'll see. Hopefully the lines kind of catch, I guess. I guess we'll see. What's happening? What's happening? Oh, it's not working? Did I turn those off accidentally? Hang on. You know, not accidentally. I think I turned them off a while ago. Hang on. Maybe. What the hell? Let me check on my stream things. Quick break. Let's see. Where is that stuff at again? I think it's in the viewer rewards. Let's see here. It's they're enabled. They should work. They should be working. Quick sketch for them is enabled, so that's on. Huh. What the fudge? Maybe, hang on. Isn't there something where I have to like probably like approve the previous review requests? Let's see. Maybe I gotta like complete all these. And then maybe that'll work, because there's like 26 in queue there. Holy crap. I should have probably said yes to those a long time ago. There we go. You can try it again. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. Post-apocalyptic with plant growth, overgrowth, and nature overtaking. Ooh, see? That's what I was thinking. Because it doesn't take very long for Mother Nature to take her... I wouldn't say revenge, but it's not revenge. But it's like take back the Earth, if you think about it. A very good example of a recent TV series that I watched was Station 11. Which, I don't know if I mentioned that in my Discord or not, but dudes, I was addicted to that show. I had to see the ending. I had to see what happens. Jeevan! I love Jeevan, though. No dice, but that's fine. That's weird that it's not working, because it is enabled. All the check marks are there. That is weird. Well, I still have the other ones. You know what? I'm going to blame the internet being weird. I'll blame Twitch. Because it's working. It's on. I got receipts. Because if you see them, you should be able to redeem them. You know what I mean? If they're clickable. Weird. Because, like, I think, wait a minute. Yeah, Z redeemed one, was it yesterday? Or last weekend. The last stream. The last second last recent stream. I think it was last Sunday. He was able to redeem it then. So I know they work. That's weird. I blame Twitch. Twitch's booty. What's up, Edamame? How you doing? Finally you made it in. I'm actually making a stream time where you can actually join. I do apologize.
One art, please.
Oh, holy hot dogs. Who did that? Fenris, okay. Just a test? What the heck? That went through and your emotes aren't working? I'm doing a ink redeem Or not redeem. I'm doing an ink test. Or let's use my words. Warm up. Just sketching in or inking sketch. There you go. An old doodle I started a long time ago, back from 2023. Just kind of testing out my ink pens because I have these ones here, which are called Hawthorne. Wait, hang on. Hawthorne. Okay, Heathrone, which they have a brush tip on this end. So if you want like larger pieces of the illustration inked in better, there you go. But we're checking out the smaller end pretty much. If you guys can see that right there. And so yeah, I'm just testing it out, seeing how well the ink is, and I personally like them. They're not too bad. I mean, standard good old, you know, ink. Not bad, not bad. You have your Faber-Castell ink pens, of course, which everyone's is like a popular favorite. This is a larger pen tip though. Make sure it works though, because sometimes not all my Faber-Castell ink pens work, because I use them a lot. But they are the most expensive ones, sadly. The other one I have is the brand called Master's Touch as well. So like I said before a little bit earlier in the stream, I do mix and match a lot of my materials, so I don't always stick to one brand either. I use a wide variety. I test things out. I see if I like the quality, if I like the feel of it. Like for like my markers, I've tried the chameleon markers where they have the alcohol nibs where you can like kind of like use it like a watercolor in a way, so you can like push back the ink. Essentially is what it happens. Those are fun to do. Those are fun ones. And then there is also, you know, Prismacolor. They have their brand of like their amazing markers. Then of course you have the classic Copic marker, which is the most expensive one. You do get refills for a lot of those brands, but you know, they're just expensive to start out with. But usually I go with like, you know, something that's off-brand, or I'll go to like what do you call those, like TJ Maxx or something like that. You know, just go to one of those like little stores, and usually they'll have like markers. Not really a thrift. It's kind of like a, what do you call those kind of stores? I can't think what you call them. They're a certain type of store. They're a little niche where you can find all kinds of like home things. Let's see. Let me find some blank pages to kind of work with here. Maybe we can do some fun things. And also if you want to redeem a sketch, you can. But let me check on, there's some old sketches right here, like from Dante's commissions a while back. Do you remember those? What characters are those, Dante? The original sketches. Oh my goodness. I drew Will at one point from Baldur's Gate. My first attempt. I'm just like, he's a pretty boy. He is a pretty boy, though. He's my favorite guy. He's my favorite little warlock wizard. I love that man. I mean, the fact that he danced for you, like, hey, hello, want to be my partner? I'm like, oh, yes, I do. Let's dance, buddy. Do I want to do pencil or do I want to do color pencil? I'm going to do color pencil. I'm going to find... Hello. How are you? This fine evening, Raiders. What brings you in today? 'Cause we're sketching up a storm today. We have Dumb Dog Barkin. How you doing? Hello, Raiders. How you guys doing? What were you guys up to? Let me give you a little shout out here. I mean, of all the folks in the world to choose on Twitch, you chose me tonight. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So let me go ahead and let me see here. Get better with my shout outs here. Sorry, you're gonna see my arm. Shout out, show. Wait, hey. There we go. That should work. Okay, it's not caps. I was worried there for a second. There's gonna like be cap locked or something. I was like, no. playing some good old League of Legends. You know, I never played that game. A lot of my friends who have played say, don't do it, Courts. It's not worth it. It's too stressful. And I'm like, easy though? Can't be any more stressful than Final Fantasy 14. Well, depending on the raid tiers you go with. I'm too casual. I'm too much of a filthy casual to like take any game seriously, to be honest. I'm awful. I'm awful. But yeah, give Dumb Dog some amazing support. They're always coming in, checking in. Also have really great gaming videos as well. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm going to... What should we practice sketching? I'm gonna practice sketch. I'm gonna do Elias. I'm gonna do my boy. My handsome, pretty boy. Should be muscle memory at this point, right? I mean, besides having, given him long hair over time. It's like the story has progressed, but so in that time his hair has grown and so long. Like, mother, when are you going to start the story? Eventually. The answer is soon. One day. Keep restarting it. I'm terrible. Give him his collar and everything. I don't know how fancy I want to go with the spikes on his collar, to be honest. Sometimes I make him like super long and, pointy, and other times I do not. So, it do be what it do be. Sketching is easy. It's all about being loose and finding the foundation of your sketch. Who are you drawing? Then again, I have drawn this character more than once, so I'm okay with like being loosey-goosey with all my doodles. And I usually, as you see, I like starting with the eyebrows. I get that emotion going with the eyebrows for sure. And then I'll go down here and find his schnoz noggin. But like, when you're first starting out to draw, of course, you do want to start with the basics, always. Like, pretty much any starting... You can choose any book out there, because they're all going to have the same fundamentals, essentially, what you're going to be learning to do when you start sketching. Pencils are going to be probably your first medium to practice with, because it is the most easiest controllable medium out there. At least you want to go crazy and go... have a lot more fun and do like clay, or maybe you want to do painting, or maybe you want to do some sewing. Go ham. The options are endless. But also when it comes to sketching though, back to like the traditional, doodling, you want to obviously practice every facial feature as much as possible. And try to find out where your face is going to be. Because sometimes I goof up by doing it this way. I'll do like a little tangent there. My bad. Oh well. It happens sometimes. And also, the more you draw a certain character, the more familiar... It's like muscle memory. It's like any skill. The more you try, the more you practice, the more familiar you are with that character, the easier it's going to be over time. And as long as you have time to practice, like a little bit a day, you'll improve, a whole lot. More than you think. I kind of went all over the place there with just talking. But yeah, I use color pencils sometimes. I'll use like traditional, pencils. I sketch with mechanical pencils, which when I first started drawing, a lot of art teachers would tell me that's a no-no, because you can't get the same value. Like there's values you miss out when you do mechanical pencils, they say. And it's true. I mean, you're not going to have the same It's not gonna be the same technique, I would say, actually, because you can still, you know, get your values with mechanical pencil, but you're gonna have to have your little buddy to go along with it, which if I have one here with me, let me see. Yeah. These are like a little paper nubs, pretty much, like smudgers. If you have these with a mechanical pencil, whoops, there's a lot of dust. Art dust, sorry there. Can't believe you guys saw that, my apologies. But that happens. Yeah. You can do like, you can go as hard as you want and go as light as you can. You can do it with mechanical pencil, but you're not going to have like the same, I don't know. Let's do like, you can do like a little smudge in here. You can kind of like gradient out that way too. And sometimes you can just like pack this full of like pencil lead too, and you can just start just drawing with this guy as well. So you do a lot. I don't have a traditional pencil with me at the moment. I don't have a 2B pencil. All I have is color pencils. Oh well, another time, another day. Let's see. And also watching some of your favorite artists as well also helps you like pick up on some techniques that maybe you didn't see somebody else do. Always have like 3 or 5 different artists that you like to watch, and then just see how they handle like, you know, form, values, coloring, you know, anything that really interests you about that person's work. See how they go about it, you know? Because there's this lady on YouTube that I found, and she did really great like marker tutorials, and that's who I learned from, how to do colors with, you know, coloring with markers. I need to find her YouTube channel. It's been a while since I checked her out. I don't know if she still makes content, but I will share her in my Discord. So if you ever want to dive into marker coloring, I would recommend her. But it's been so long since I've watched anything from her, I have to go back and find those videos. It's like almost like 2 years old, I think, since I've seen those videos. And I still remember her to this day. Just not her user handle. I feel so bad. But I remember her art, and I know what her videos look like, so that's all I need. Maybe we can like bring it down here a little bit. It's not bad so far. The types of pencil I know. Pencil. That's like fine start, Edamame. Don't worry about it. It can take, I mean, it is going to take a lot of practice. I mean, but you shouldn't feel overwhelmed either when starting out. I don't know how long you've been drawing. How long have you been drawing, if you don't mind me asking? Hey, all dreams start small. Don't worry about it. You'll get there. I believe in you. I've only drawn once. Once? What did you draw? Sorry, I'm going to ask a whole bunch of questions. It is what I do. Nice dark brown. Oh, that's a nice dark brown. I like this brown better. When I'm doing his hair and everything. I chose the wrong colors last time when I was doing an illustration for one of my TikTok videos. I went too red for his hair last time, and I was like, no! I was trying to go for like an umber brown, and I came out like redhead, and I'm like, ah, well, okay, that works. It's gonna have to work for now. Let him, mommy. You should try drawing the ghosty again. That reminds me, I made a ghost illustration a while back when I was using like those little prompters. It was a Jazza the artist. I forget his whole title. I don't know if he changed his name or anything, but he has like a little like a app you can download, and it gives you like quick little art prompts saying, "Hey, draw using two different color markers or one color marker. Draw this," and then you draw whatever, like like it's a tomato on mixed in with a bunch of hacky sacks or something like that. It's just that'd be the idea, and then you just draw your own version of that idea, pretty much. Fun stuff. I want to see this ghost. Internet, please. Oh, is the internet being a poop? I'm getting an okay on my end. I hope internet works better for you soon. I thought maybe it was me. And it could be Twitch too. I think Twitch is being a butt. Because it was having a hard time loading for me when I was watching Seishi Selkie earlier. Before I like headed off to go home. The loading time was awful. I was like, no. Lagging pretty bad. It's the government. I will stay here. I will be here. I will ramble until you guys come back. Crack-a-lackin'. Was that Madagascar? A more stylized look. Oh. Nice. Here, we'll kind of cheese it. We'll kind of like do some like fancy little like chin beard ideas here, because he's fuzzy. He's my fuzzy boy. And you know what, Dante? Since you did want to redeem a sketch earlier and it's not working, I will go ahead and grant you that wish of a sketch. Just go ahead and put it here in the messages, and I will sketch it for you. What would you like? Since it was being a butt. I won't leave you hanging like that. It's a brooding Andrea. Okay, I can do that. Oh, stop, Edivame. I'm sure it's a great illustration. Oh, is this full of stuff now? Answer is yes. Pencil lead is full. Oh my. Oh my. I'll get the other sharpener. Good thing I have more than one. Messy long hair? Okay. I'll do a bust. We'll do like head to shoulders. Do a little practice like that. You sure about that? Oh, for my garden? Like my legit garden? Are you being serious right now? Is that a thing? Also because everyone's having a hard time with stream, you know, sending love your way. Okay. Doot doot. I love this little guy. Since internet's being a butt. Now I'm gonna go with Andrea, like based off of like muscle memory, because I've drawn her a few times for you. But let me see if I remember her as well as I think I do. I'm pretty satisfied with this little like quick doodle. It's not too bad. You can. This is true. You can. I do have Discord open. I can always pop it open. Let me go ahead. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's do a new sketch. Let's do another warm-up. Should we go this way? I think yes. We'll go back to my nice little orange yellow. I need more of this color because I love... What is it? Naples yellow? Naples? Hopefully I said that right. Naples? It's a good, like, not orange, not yellow in between. Good little golden yellow. Let's see. A brooding Andrea. So kind of like looking, kind of like a Batman, kind of like, I'm brooding. Let's see if I can do here. Maybe have like a downward, kind of looking up, kind of chaotic mess hair. I don't know. Do like the neck. I'll get the pose down for sure. Neck muscle here. Neck muscle here, like the little trap. What do you call them? Traps? I believe what muscle builders call them. And then we'll go to like the shoulder. Start at the bicep. Well, she's going off. She's going off. There we go. Darn. Maybe we can do like a broken strap here. I have like the shirt kind of like ripping and tearing because they transformed into a werewolf. Maybe have like a strap over here. With a bralette or something. Do something like that. I don't know. Get the idea down. I can have her go in my style too and just give her like a short snout. Give her the Farron look. the madness look. Oh yeah, folks, I don't know if you guys saw my post or anything like that on Blue and on TikTok, but I do have commissions open, by the way. On my coffee page. For the holidays, it's 50% off. Pretty much on everything on the shop. I also put in the portrait and the half bodies, because I didn't think folks were really interested in those. So I took them out. But they're back in, so... Let's see what we can do here. Get this wolf lady going on. Connection is back. Welcome back. Should I go with the should I go with this expression? Or should I go with more of a, Maybe try a different one real quick. Kind of like a narrowed brow look. Let me see. I'm practicing expressions here real quick. I'm trying to see which one I like the most. Kind of like a upturned, more like a, or more of a, let's see. Definitely doing the furrow brow look, so I'm not sure how furrowed I'm gonna go with it just yet. But I do want to have like that don't mess with me kind of wolf look. Or kind of like a kind of like expression. Like they're going you know what I mean? Like in some animes. And have like one eyeball kind of like, obviously, like this, maybe. Probably drop the eyelid a little bit more. Something like that, maybe. And do like a bit more softer of a face expression. Okay. Probably more oval face for, keep it more feminine. Oopsies. I'm sorry. I'm back. What's going on, chat? Everything okay? I hope connection's working for you guys. Okay, so probably sent that over there on Discord. Let me get that open up real quick. hit refresh on my end. Let me see how things are actually going, because it's showing me okay, but is it really okay for you guys? Okay, there we go. I'm here, I'm here. Thank y'all. On it. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Just practicing the grr face real quick. Alright, so let's go ahead and use the back of this one. Let me get a good let me see, like brooding expression. Let me see, brooding. I'm gonna type in here real quick. Sorry, guys. Brooding, brooding, ing. There we go. Let me see what we have here. I guess brooding is kind of like a Of course, I would get chickens laying on eggs. The brood is a chicken brood. So we're gonna do we're gonna do like more of a scowl kind of like expression. There we go. Let's do that. All right, here we go. We're gonna lock in here again. So if I don't respond to chat, I do apologize, but I will try and chat a little bit as I go through the process. So usually when I start sketching out, I get like the shape of the head down first. So I do like this weird egg shape, which I don't know if you can see it that well on stream because it is like a golden yellowish orange color. So if you are colorblind, I do apologize. And then I'll try to find like where I'm gonna have like the neck go in place after that. And I usually already have like a pose in mind, so you go with like a weird cylinder shape. And then after that, I know from here, from just having studied anatomy a few times, like here's your neck. You can also do the stick figure as well. I do shapes though. This is when I'll find the traps, the muscle, where it leads to the collarbone, of course. And then here you have your collarbone starting out here, so you have your traps, you have the muscle here that connects basically. I think it can connect to the bicep eventually. So then you'll have your, here you have the collarbone, which in here you would have your, what is this bone called? It would lead into your bicep. So you would have this muscle here going in. And you can go as broad of a, or as narrow as you want to go, depending on how you want to draw the character. And it's just kind of like a rough idea of where it's all going to go. Sometimes it doesn't always come out perfect, and that's perfectly fine as well. It doesn't need to be perfect, Perfection is in the eye of the beholder when you're drawing. Alright, so we're going to go with like a half like bust right here. And then we'll kind of stick with her original colors, or colors. Clothes? They're Jiminy Christmas. I cannot talk today. Alright. So we'll stick with like the long stretch of the tank top here. We'll stick with that. And then she does have like this coat. So we will have a little bit of like the off the hanging of the shoulder here of the coat. Just kind of finding where I'm going to have everything placed. And then I can also like cheese it up a little bit and like put in like some of that fur from the coat here to kind of hide the bicep too. So I don't have to draw too much. Because when you're drawing 2D like this, you can hide a lot of things, which is nice. Same thing can be said, I guess, with also animation too. Alright. So let's go ahead and get this shape down, because the collar is going to come up and around here eventually. So I'm going to go with a very serious tone, like she's like staring off at us. Okay, she's telling us to stay back. That's the expression I'm gonna try and go with. So I'm gonna try and find the brow line, like where the eyebrows are gonna go. Usually, that's why you always see me do that cross. But also, if you need like that, extra guidance as well to like find out where the eyes are gonna be placed, you can also do a second line underneath that as well, on your egg shape. And then also kind of like a nice little rule of thumb, just like with regular human anatomy, because I am gonna do a more animalistic features here because we have a wolf lady. You will have like the start of your brow here, like where your eyes start, and the start of your nose, like the bridge. And then your nose should end like somewhere right around here, typically, normally. Because we're going to have a bit longer of a snout, we're going to kind of elongate that a little bit more. So then obviously you're going to have your chin here, and then you're going to go up here to your jawline, and you're going to kind of chisel it off a little bit. The more rounded, the more feminine it looks, of course. And then usually your human ears would go about here. But because we do have a wolf lady, the ears are going to be actually more placed up top. So we're going to go like maybe a little off here on the sphere and kind of go like here. And because she is a bit more agitated in this illustration, we're going to kind of have the ears flatten back just a little bit more. So they're going to kind of go back more like this. They're a little bit more folded back. Same thing with this one. This one's going to be like a bit more far behind the head, so we're going to kind of hide it a little bit. Give it a nice little shape here. And then we do want messy hair. So we're going to go pretty crazy with the hair. So we're going to have like a nice little opening for this eye here. So I'm not sure how the split's going to happen, but we'll leave this eye open. And we'll kind of have like messy hair all over. And then with hair, you just want to be free with it. Just go with whatever you feel like, Especially with werewolves. The wilder, the better. So we're going to do like maybe a couple strands going this way. Let's just go ham with it. Have fun with messy hair. Maybe some strands going up this way, going this way. Just trying to find the shape of it pretty much, and while sticking with the shape of the head. So this ear might get, hidden by the hair, and that's okay. We'll have like some loose strands here. Kind of like the back of the fur here, kind of leading up into her neck fur. Because she does have like a nice little, like a little wolf mane going on here. So we'll lead into this. So we'll have the hair kind of lead in here. And then we do have all this extra neck fur, which we do have the collar line here. So we'll do something fun with the fur. And just kind of lead in here a little bit. And I'm kind of mixing in a little bit my surrealism too while I'm doing this. Going a little bit extra here. It's okay though. Get like the fur collar going on for the coat. And I'm going to have it be a little bit more different of a texture than the fur on her body and her hair. A bit more edgy looking. So that way I can kind of see the differences there for myself as I'm sketching it out more and more. Here we go. So let's go ahead and like sharpen up my pencil again. Get a nice little tip going. And then we're going to go back to the face. So here I got the brow. And then we're going to have it be like a very stern look. So we need to have a very stoic brow line going on here. Try to go as serious as we can. We're going to do a little bit of a furrow here. Kind of use a little bit of that edge there to make it look a little irritated, a little angy, a little edgy, a little broody. And then we're going to bring down... This is the long of the snout here. So we're going to have the wolf nose kind of inch in here. We're going to do a nice little... I do like a nice little cat nose to kind of help me find out the shape of where I'm going to do with the nose. I may get more detailed with it as I go on. Or I might keep it more cartoony depending on my personal preference. How I want to go with it anyways. This time I feel like a bit more toony today. I don't know. cartoony with a mix in with a little bit of realism. That's my mood. And so we'll go ahead and inch in here. Put Andrea in my art style, basically, instead of going always with the traditional look that she has. But it's okay. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how this goes. Give her more of the Farron makeover. It'll be interesting to see. With a shorter snout. No. That's not what I'm doing. I know what you're talking about. Edamame. Here we go. A little bit of that fur here and there. We'll do a little bit more of a cheek fur here. See how fancy we can get with this one. Kind of looks like Luann from my story, actually. Very serious looking. And also, learning how to do more anthropomorphic characters like this has been a journey in itself. Because when I first started, I did not know how to draw like the in-between, like human and like the anthropomorphic that I was after anyways. I was more after like the humanoid look, you know, more than the animalistic look when I was starting making these kind of characters. Especially because I was after like my werewolf, you know, design. I was like, I wanted something different, something, you know, a little bit more unique. Not so much human, but not so much wolf at the same time. It was a very interesting experience making Elias. I did not know where to start with him, to be honest. It was... I mean, the earlier, like, sketch work of him looks really funny. Because it's very much a furry wolf. That's all I gotta say. I tried so hard. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I wonder if I still have those very early sketches of him. I'll have to find them. He wasn't named Elias then, though. He was named something else. I think I gave him a different, like a Luca is what I named him for a little bit. Until I could find like a more fitting name for him. He was originally going to be a Luca, remember that. Because I really love that name too. So maybe I'll use it for another character. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, as the hair, you just want to go like as loosey-goosey and free form as you want, you know? We'll go like this with the hair. We're having like a nice little swoop or something. Get a bit more detailed. I used to get really freaking detailed with the hair. I would go in with like all these lines and details, which I might end up going back to that eventually too. Because I do miss my semi-realism look. That was after there for a hot minute. The internal screaming of the weather report. Oh no. They're not saying there's more snow on the way, is there? Oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I don't want to shovel. No wanu. What Andrea would look like in my universe, basically, is what this drawing is. In your bright eyes. Mostly me talking about the sketch process and drawing Andrea, which was a sketcher dream that Dante wanted to do but couldn't do earlier because Twitch was being a booty. So. How do you like that messy hair though, Dante, if you're still here? If not, that's okay. I guess I'll surprise you in the Discord. No! Not Snow! No! Not now! Oh, well, I guess I'll get out my shovel and be prepared, I suppose. I wonder if the earth is cold enough for it to stick. Guess we'll find out, huh? Funzy. There. Now let's get more fancy, shall we? She does have dark hair too, so I'm gonna go with a nice dark brown. Kind of start fitting in those lines there. Maybe I'll just go full colored pencil this time around. I don't know how fancy I'm gonna get with this sketch. I'm going pretty ham with it, to be honest. And I'm in my element too with traditional mediums, so it does feel a bit more natural for me to do work like this and then just scanning it in and doing minor edits through like a Snapseed or maybe a Clip Studio or whatever other app that I have on hand that I'm trying out. Like, I'm doing the enhancements, you know what I mean? Jelly bean. Yeah. Never heard this song before, but I really like the beat, so I'll sing along. Ooh. This is the kind of music that I like to listen to. It's a nice little beat to groove to while I'm sketching and drawing, maybe doing some painting. I'm gonna smooth that out a little bit more. Make it more nice and smooth. Dancing and grooving to the room. Oh, go get ready for college. Gotta go for school. Get that class education. I expect A's. C at the minimum. C plus. Do your best. Down with the beat, going with the beat. Just keep going. Gonna Gonna keep on going with the beat. Gonna try and get this done. Going super slow and fast. All in. You guys have a heyday with me in karaoke, that's all I gotta say. There's a karaoke bar, dude. I'm there. Wait, what? No, why? Why would you be in an orphanage? I hope not. You'll never end up there. Never! I would never put you there. No. More than a shadow. But seriously, good luck. I'll see you in the breaks then. When you poke in, say hello. Good luck. And have a good time. Learn well, son. Just be messing though. That I'm more than a shadow. Ooh, I liking that. It's kind of edgy. What you think? I like it. For a sketch, it's not half bad, actually. It's a nice little warm-up sketch. Oh, schnazzle dazzles. Come back. I broke the tip of the pencil. I just made it sharp and pretty and it broke on me. That makes me sad. Schnazzle dazzles. Wow. Hmm? Oh, my dog is snoring. She scared me. I thought she was crying. Is all I heard. And she's a tiny little chihuahua, by the way, so like it threw me for a second. She also runs in her sleep sometimes when she's sleeping. She like her little legs will start running. It's funny. It's so cute. Like what you chasing today? You chasing the squirrels? The little squirrels. Little angel. Oh, you know what? I have my acrylic markers I can probably try out with some of this stuff too. Yes, I think yes. Where did I put those? Is the question. Would you like a pumpkin? I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this pumpkin. Maybe I'll paint on it and put it outside? I don't know. Or I'll just eat it. Let's see. We have red. We have an off cream white color. What color we need? We need like dark brown, like a tan. Maybe the sand will be a good one. I'll have to test out that one, see if I like that color though. We got like golden yellow we might need. Nope, maybe not. Oh, maybe these two colors would be really good for the fur. Possibly. I wonder if this one's darker than it looks. So we'll see. We'll have to test it out. So get this out of here. We've got a peach. What other color we want? I need to find like a nice white. That's what I need. Do I have white? I do have white. Okay, we're gonna try these acrylic markers. What color are her eyes? I think they were golden yellow, so I think we're good. Okay. We're going up, up, up like a mountain. Okay, I think that's all the markers I'm going to grab for now. Unless somebody says otherwise. I kind of like this mauve. I'm just going to put that in there. Alright. Let's test these out, shall we? We're going to test out this brand called the Art Techo. Now, my buddy Big Thumpin' said they're kind of awful. He didn't like them, if I remember right. I don't know if you like these or not, but I kind of didn't find an issue with them, to be honest. I found them pretty useful. Pretty nice, in my opinion. Well, just me, though. Alright, let's do a test to see if I like... It's like on the edge here is where I'll kind of like test out the colors and see if I like them, because these are acrylic markers, so they're very opaque. They're not like regular markers, so that's more of a flesh tone. So I might like that one a bit more. This one is a bit more... That's very faint, very hard to see. Might be a good blender though. We'll see. Is this cocoa color going to be what I need? Possibly. It's kind of light though. So these two for sure. I don't have a darker brown. I need to have a darker brown here. Aha! I found it. That's not brown. What is that, green? Think it. Huh. Let's test it. Actually, that is brown. Okay, that looks... I don't know. That color on the lid looks kind of greenish, like a greenish brown. That made me worry for a second. I was like, that might work. Yes. And when in doubt, I do have a nice dark warm gray, so maybe we can do that for the hair. We'll see. Alright, but this color I wanted to see if I liked it for the shirt. It's like an off color. I think that'll be fine. We can do like a nice yellow as like a base, what do you call it? Like a shadow, maybe? Ooh, maybe that's too dark. That's too opaque. Well, maybe? We'll go a little gradual. We'll do that. Just go into it. Here we go. Time for a daily peek. Your commission slots are empty and your style improved. Wait, what? Don't kid with me here. Are they seriously empty? I just opened them up. I'm worried. What have I done? What kind of worms have I unleashed? No, I'm teasing. Now I gotta go look. I'll be fine with that. And then we'll go in with the fur skin tone, whatever you want to call it. We'll go with that. We'll do that next. We'll do this color here. Start blocking out the colors using this. Now I can use color pencils on top of these, I'm pretty sure. I hope anyways, we'll see. The nice thing about acrylic markers though is that when you do the streak, you don't get like that weird, I don't know. You know, with regular like markers, you get like a streak look. The acrylic markers don't give you that much. Maybe a little bit, but not a lot. Whoever invented these are amazing. Maybe I should do my next video on these guys. But my style improved? You really think so? I always thought it was like kind of the same. Personally. Alright, now let's try this marker out. See if I like it. Ooh. Oh, I'm locking in, so I did fall quiet there. I'm like really hyper focused right now. God, what serious? Why so serious? I don't know why I sounded like that, but yeah. Ooh. I'm being bold with these acrylic markers. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Like a nice little highlight. You know, I might stream again tomorrow too, so I might do. I don't know if I'm gonna do more art. Like, why not? Let's do like early streams in the week. It's always like the first few days are always tough to get through, you know what I mean? For the work and everything like that. Always feels like a nice long, but blur, like a draw out there. We'll see though. Oh, how is stream for you guys? I haven't checked on that in a hot minute. Did it crash? Just making sure. Okay. Still got a good thingy on it, looks like. What you must do. Nice. Here we go. I never really tinkered with these too much, to be honest. It's like a newbie for me. Alright. Very nice. Alright, let's get over to the ear. Try not to get too stuck on coloring, you know? Like, get too fixated on one part of the illustration. So I try to move as much as possible. Try to block things out. There we go. Let's go ahead and get in here with the hair and just kind of like start blocking out shapes. Keep it nice and simple. Don't get too crazy with it here and there. Yeah, that look good. Ta-da! Not bad. Kind of do like a nice little line right in here. Do a little break. Yeah, and then we can do like little highlights here and there too when we get in there. Just keep blocking things out. We'll just build this shape up. And we are still going to do the line work, so it's probably going to go on top. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do the marker or if I'm going to stick with the ink pens. So we'll see how it like all translates together, like how it all works towards the end here. Do a little bit of highlight here. Just kind of keep it nice and loose. Not bad so far. We're getting there. We're getting there. Slow and steady wins the race. Rock and roll. Just keep on going. Literally trusting the process, you know what I mean? There we go. The hair is always like the hardest part for me. There's just so much that can happen, so much lighting that can happen as well. To try to capture, you know? Sorry. I'm like half focused on drawing and trying to explain what it is I'm trying to explain. Trying to see where I should put the next stroke to see how it's going to translate, make it look nice, make sure everything's popping out the way I want it to. having a nice contrast here and there. And then we're gonna start doing like some highlights. Adding some of those in there and getting some more color in, of course. Alright. So far, so good. Try and make this like a little bit more like, I don't know how to get it to like shape because the colors are just kind of, there's not a lot of variety. I mean, there's a variety, but like they don't blend like the way I was hoping that they would blend. You know what I mean? They're a little bit different. That's okay though. We'll make it work. Get a little yellow in here for a nice highlight. Do the brightest highlight on top of that. Just using that tip of the marker and just getting that nice fine line is what I'm after. Nice little splash here and there. Yeah, a little bit down here too. Why not? Could probably make him a little more darker over here too for the hair. So let's see what I can do. Kind of like block it out just a little bit more. Okay. Let's try the higher lights. The higher lights? The brighter light highlights. There you go. Do a little bit. Let's try some of the colored pencils. Let me see if I can get. Where's that nice dark brown? There it is. I was like, where'd all my pencils go? So we got that one. I know I got a darker one in here somewhere. Yeah, 90%. Try and push the values a bit more. I'm gonna get this one out too. Get this yellow, orange. Ooh, my highlight. My jelly pen. Okay. There we go. Get some of my buddies here. Okay. So we got that color pencil. I'm going to try and push these a bit more. See if I can get that a little bit darker than what I want it to be. Because that marker's not really doing the trick here. They're very bright. The marker, yeah, I should be able to go over that pretty easy. So let's go ahead and try getting some of the detail back. Get some of that fantasy fur made in there. Oh yeah, color pencil works really well on top of the acrylic marker. Okay. I was kind of worried at first that it was going to be like too that they weren't going to work well together basically. That's good. So I'll go ahead and start like adding in some like cool shapes then for the fur. Cool beans. Nice. That's what I like to see. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's all coming together. There we go. Nice little pop there. Very nice. I don't know if you can see a little bit better how it's kind of popping up there. A little bit more and more. Like you'll be surprised what happens towards the end, you know? Perfect. All right. If you come with me, make my hand lean. I don't know, I'm just making up words. I think that's what I hear. I'm not really paying attention to the words. It's me. Should probably work on that. Well, no, I'll do the clothes last. We'll do everything else first, and then we'll kind of like work on top of the other stuff. Yeah, we'll do that. with me. That was a good beat, though. I like that one. All right. It's not a dream. I'm gonna make it. Dream. It's not a dream. Oops. 'Cause it's not a dream. There we go. 'Cause it's not a dream. Not a dream. It's not a dream. It's not a dream. Here we go. Rock and roll. Make it a reality. Slowly making my way to the face. It'll all tie in soon. Finishing touches. Should I add in like traditional sketches for my coffee shop, you think? Make it like another option, possibly? I don't know. Or folks more into like all the digital stuff? I did forget to do the chest earlier. Yeah. Okay, the chest color has to be the face color here, because I totally forgot that. I'll have to push that a little bit more too. Nice. As we inch closer, that way it gives it time to dry, and I can finish up the hair too. And then we can get to the eyes and the face and everything. There we go. Okay, so back to everything else, and then we'll go back to the face. Huh? What's this Christmas give? The gift of keeps giving. Courtzgarden singing during her live streams, now available on 20 disc set for $34.99. Act now. And you'll receive a limited sketch from her signed, her signed copy, I'm assuming. Perfect. Ah. Reminds me, what was that late night commercial you hear? And I don't know how I live without you. Like that one song. Somewhere out there beyond the pale moonlight. That song too. Oh, thanks for the stretch. That's a good idea. How we doing? How we going? What time is it? Oh, it's not. Oh, wow. Really? Already 2 hours in? No way. It's supposed to be like a nice little, like, quick sketch. Not bad. I got a little carried away. As I usually do when I get sketches. Like, when I start doing the other redeems, I have to finish those. What was I thinking? I think everyone's gonna go howling over the Zagreen Array and Elias sketch doodle when I finish that one, because that one's gonna be intensely nice. There's so many sketches I gotta finish. Some sketch. This ended up being like a $20 commission page. Actually, I'm testing out a lot of like materials too on this one, so we shall see how it looks in the end. Dun, dun, dun. Trying out my acrylic markers, trying out my colored pencils. Oh yeah. Adding some wisps here and there. The Untamed. It's things like that my friends ask. Why are you the way you are? Yes, because we are. American Story, Fievel. Oh, Fievel Goes West. That is where that song originates from. Indeed. It is actually a very popular song too. Back from the day. Fievel Goes West is a really good movie though. Not many folks know the movie, which is kind of sad. Because the animation in that one went hard. I mean, a lot of Don Bluth movies went like that, though, animation-wise. Here we go. In the dark of the night, come my minions, rise for your master. That one too. Anastasia. A lot of the songs in that one was like fire. Dancing bells, painted wings, things I almost remember, and a song someone sings. Once upon a December, someone holds me safe and warm. Horses prance through a silver storm. Figures dancing gracefully across my memory. Long ago, far away, glowing dim as an ember. Things my heart used to know once upon a December. And this is only a warm-up, guys. Just a heads up. What the heck? What have I done? Why am I like this? I'm only warming up. What have I done? Remember the jump scare from The Great Mouse Detective? I refused to watch the movie because of that. The jump scare. Do you mean like from the bat or like Ratigan? Because I remember there's like two scenes, and then the bat scared the crap out of me in that cartoon. The bat? Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm not alone. The bat scared me good. I hated that part. Because Ratigan also does like a little jump scare too, and he's kind of creepy looking too, and I didn't really care for that rat dude. I think anybody did. Oh, spooky stuff, man. Goodness. I think we're finally there almost. I did not expect this to take this long. But it did. And that, as they say, is that. Should I just keep it colored pencils? I think I should. Just colored pencils and markers is all this is. There's no, like, pencil. Well, I guess, traditional pencil. You know, the writing pencil. And then acrylic markers, to be exact. This was a fun stream, though. Kind of see my traditional setup. My build-up. My layers. I just dropped a colored pencil. Because I wanted my chapstick. Terrible. Horrible. I'm sorry, my friend. Come back. There. Oh, and don't forget the discount and refill coffee commissions. Are you literally serious? Dante, what have you done? What did you do? Dante. 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 If I see... if I see what I see... Oh... Wait, hang on. Is it not open? Wait. I thought I opened it. Hang on, let me check my page. I didn't do anything. Okay. Whew. I was worried for a second. No slots left. Oh, I didn't hit save. Whew. Hot dogs. Okay, hang on. 1 second. It was during the setup. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I was worried there for a second. I was like, stop. No. Oops. Okay. Should be set and ready to go. Hold my beer. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay, so now the commission slots are refilled. I forgot to hit save when I was like setting it all up, so we are good to go now. Oh, dork. I think I have everything pretty much like, yeah, all the bigger stuff is kind of like 40 and up, and then easier stuff like this portrait. Yeah, it's like an idea of the possibilities. That'll be fun to do. There, rock and roll. Have fun. Okay, let's see here. I need to fine tune a little bit up here. Fine tooth comb right here. Maybe I'll fall asleep playing some Final Fantasy XIV tonight and just lull me to sleep. Good old Limsa Lominsa music or something. Do 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 do. Just like that too. I'm such a mess. Hmm? It's like an off-white. Can't really see it too well, but we'll just block it out. Boom, boom, boom. The evolution of art from sketch to color in one fell swoop. Not really. Like 2 hours just to do this. It takes me a while, especially when it comes down to rendering and everything. And then I'm not even done with this. Like, I still need to do, like, you know, the highlights and everything. If I get it really, if I really want to get super into it, yeah, there's a lot more I gotta do. No joke. A good little experiment, though. Let's see. I'll give her golden eyes. The golden eyes to top it all off, yes. I believe the link should... Hang on, I know it's on my Blue Sky. But there is a discount code that you can get by clicking on the link. Give me 1 second here. I'll share it here in the chat. To the gopher! Gopher, 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 gopher! Bada bing, bada boom. I still have to get like the what do you call it? Let's see. Commissions. Discount. I believe you should be able to. Should be able to use this link to Ko-Fi to my page to get the discount. That should work. Let me know if it works. Sweetness. There we go. Maybe I should start like having it be when I do those discounts for stream. Maybe I should I'll start putting those in like a little timer message or something, or like an exclamation, something like that. That way it's easier to access them during live stuff like this. Ease of access, so to speak. Yes. But yeah, let me know what you want, of course. You can always message me beforehand too. You should be able to have that option on there. With any questions, inquiries. Maybe you're not seeing what you want in the shop and you want something more unique, you know. You can always discuss those type of things as well. Sometimes that happens. I think you have until December 13th is what the deadline is for that discount, so that way it gives you guys enough time to kind of go for Thanksgiving and Christmas to kind of like plot up, and any ideas like comics or just a simple illustration, whichever is on your mind, whatever your cup of tea is. Yeah. think I'm okay with that for now. Okay, I think we're pretty much done with this little sketch. I went a little ham with it. But I'll go ahead and add in some, like, final details. I'll do my jelly pen. Hopefully the jelly pen works on top of this. Do some, like, small little highlights. Hopefully it works. We'll see. Oh, it works a little bit. I don't know if you guys... It's gonna be, like, a nice, rim light is what I'm doing there on the edge there. Probably won't see it until I actually scan it in. You'll be like, oh, now I see it. Just adding some like extra detailing and highlights here and there, pretty much. Basic ones. Well, thank you there. Thank you, thank you. I sent you a cool poster on coffee I got from Rena Mako. Rena? Still doing amazing work, I hope. I haven't commissioned them in a hot minute. I should go back and to get them another one. Get another Elias drawn by them. Okay, I'm going too ham with this. Fix up the teeth here a little bit more. There we go. Maybe fix up the schnoz? Yes. There we go. That's a crazy, like, woo, first sketch. I'll go ahead and sign this piece of art, of course. Yes. What color should I go with? Yeah, go with this one. And you love it. We gotta take a look at that poster here. Maybe, is it okay if I show it on stream too? Like, is it okay with you? If I get the chance to. Oh my god, that's glorious! It's, yeah, I see it's safe. It's safe. But like, let me see if I can get that pulled up here into the stream, because that looks amazing. Okay, just saying. Okay, we're gonna like swap this image out with something else. Hopefully, it's probably gonna be ginormous, but that's okay. Let's go here. Let's check this out. This is by Renamako. And shared by From Dante here in chat. Holy hot dogs, it's huge. Hang on. See, there's their logo. They're on coffee as well. It's the poster art they had of their OCs, I'm assuming, because it looks very familiar here and there. Look at that. Snazzy. Me gusta. I recognize these characters. I recognize this one, and this one, and this one, and that one. And the guy I helped make, yeah. I like it. It looks really good. It did an amazing job. But when do they not? They make really good poster art. Maybe that's what I should do. I'll get a poster art. I should. If they have a sale going on, hopefully this weekend, Might be stopping by their shop. Get that going. Alright. Oh yeah, I was gonna sign it. I started doodling on it again. I'm a dork. Let's see. Where am I gonna sign? Here? What is today? The 10th? We'll do 11, 10, 25. Alright. This piece of work is signed. And done. I will scan this in and get it to you, Dante. No worries. Was late October. Oh, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. If I can sneak in a little something something, I think I will. Alright. Don't forget the disc set with the signed poster. Right? Oh my goodness. This is a fun one. This is a good stream. I went a little ham here. But this setup wasn't too bad, I don't think. Maybe tomorrow I'll do like a digital art stream. We'll work on like edits and we'll work more like on comics. I didn't really have a plan today. I was just kind of just drawing to draw, you know? Oh, Rena made the clothes as well. Lovely. But this is the, I guess we can kind of go over what we doodled a few seconds ago, too. The premature sketches. And then we did an Elias doodle sketch. Made it easy. Easy peasy. Maybe I can try more techniques on stream, too. Maybe start plotting them out a little bit better. You know? Yeah, it's not too bad. Alright. That's not Elias. That's he kind of does look a little bit like an Iyasha, don't he? That was unintentional. Just saying. That was crazy warm up. What else should I doodle? Should I do like an ink sketch? Go with inks this time around? And go bold. What should I do? Should I do like a trying to think. It's kind of like a test and run kind of stream, you know? What could we do here? Maybe we'll do... Right? Indeedly. Trying to think what to doodle. Farron. Maybe we'll try Farron for a change. Hmm? Hello, hello, hello. Garden quartz art. Nice. How you doing, Dishonor? We just got done with a previous sketch, and I'm just working with inks only. Just a nice little warm-up stream is what this is. Just kind of like tinkering around with all the different mediums and just chit-chatting, relaxing. Tomorrow I might sneak in a digital art stream where I'm going to do more edits, like maybe more comics, and then of course I'm working on any other commissions and going from there, pretty much. So, yeah, what brings you in? How you doing? Playing some BG3? Nice. Just doing like a normal casual run? Or are you doing like anything with like any crazy challenges that some folks do? Also, when is your next stream? Gotta come lurk. Anything on the streaming menu, I should say, game-wise? Hmm? Just rechecking in real quick on chat. Just kind of locking in here and there. Back away. Do, 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 do. Oh, fun. On Saturday? Are you guys doing that co-op? Doesn't it have a co-op or something like that? I haven't... I don't think I ever played 6. Is that the one with Lady Dimitrescu? Oh, you got an interview on Thursday. Good luck! Hopefully you get the job. I'm excited for you. I hope you get it. You deserve it. You've been working so hard. Just from the few chats that we had in the past anyways, you know, just knowing here and there what you shared with me. It was Lady 8? Okay, okay. 6. I'm trying to remember 6. Is that the one with Chris? Or is that the one with Leon? Okay, yes. Okay. I think I might have played that one, actually. I loved Leon, so I'm pretty sure any Resident Evils with Leon, I made sure to play. I should probably wrap up stream here soon, though. Diabolical little wolf head right there. I was trying to go more icy, but no luck. I still have it, but apparently the PS3 doesn't like the aftermarket controller. Oh, still have a PS3? I'm surprised folks still have one. Mine stopped working a long time ago, sadly, so I can't really play a lot of my games I have on there. But I am hyped because the Tales game I want to finish is actually finally ported over to Steam. Tales of Xillia, actually. I don't know where I put the game case. I actually just saw the game case not that long ago, but that's one Tales game I really want to finish because that's where you play as like a melee monk type healer. And I actually like that class. I guess you can call that a class. And I did like the lore so far, where like the story where it was taking me. I enjoyed it. Until, you know, my PS3 decided to crap out on me. It was like, tough. Guess you'll never finish the game. It's like Legend of Dragoon all over again for me, unfortunately. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Trying to find the placement of the lighting here on the shirt dress thing. I don't know what it is. Nah, I'll just color that in. I still have a PS2 and PSP. Hey, you're not alone. But the PS3, I just, for some odd reason, mine essentially red ringed, and as far as like Xbox terms goes. Pretty lady? Yes, Farron is very beautiful. At least I hope so. It was really hard to like pinpoint how I wanted her to look. I was very picky with my character design. Oh, did you get like the first set of like PS3s probably? Because I know, I think mine was like one of the first ones that like, as like, I guess in the batch of being made or something like that. Mine eventually just pooped out on me. That's when I started, that's where I played Final Fantasy XIV for the first time. My uncle and a couple of my buddies who played at the time, they were like, hey, you should get this game and play with us. And then, you know, they got me addicted since then. That's when only Heaven's Ward was out. Ugh, the memories. Crazy, crazy memories. Met so many cool people, too, through the game. A lot of good buddies. But looks like she has some combat experience. You know what? You're not far off from that, because originally her character background, she actually was a Claymore Maiden concept when I first made her. So she had like a giant sword. I still kept that tactical experience with her though. Especially after, like, you know, the whole beginning of the story, how it goes. She really got into, like, guard work when they left and escaped their homeland. So she is part of the Sentry in her new home. But is she the best? Some could argue yes, some could argue no. But she does butt heads with a lot of the village folk where they currently live. So won't give away too much because it is like some plot dynamic here and there, I suppose. But she does meet Elias for the second time there, which is nice. So, and I really hope like the emotions kind of come across like genuine when I have the characters introduced and everything. That's like the main thing about creating a story is the emotion you get from the characters and how to make it like conversations natural as well between two different characters with different personalities. That's always a hard part for me. And sometimes I'll even find myself like acting out certain scenes. Like, how would they react if if they were on the opposite end of this conversation? It's like playing the devil's advocate in some cases. Like, oh my goodness. Acting with an acting. It's really strange to do. I'm not sure if other authors do that as well, but it's something that I kind of do with my character development. I'll watch a lot of movies, get concepts from like different personality archetypes. So character creation is something that's really important to me when creating a story. Sometimes I'll just start, like I just started out with Elias and Farron, and I didn't really have a story for them, so I was like, I have to make a story around them. What are they about? What's their story going to be involving? So I kind of went backwards because they didn't really have a place to fit, because there was really high fantasy themes that I had with them as well. So they didn't really fit into like the stereotypical werewolf story. So I couldn't do like, Werewolf in London, go classic, spooky haunts, because of all the fantasy. The transformations, the different variants of werewolves, the whole arc that I have going on for those, like the Fanar, the Amaris, and the Tesni. They're each, even though like they're all, I guess in a way they're kind of packs, but at the same time they're also civilizations of werewolf types, because the Fanar live up in the north, but have their own they have their own civilization up there. Then you have the Tesni, which are the same, but only they're more coastal. And then you have the Amaris, who are more, in the dark woods, essentially. That's where I kind of like played with the concept of the werewolves. And then, of course, having Final Fantasy XIV as some reference point to having the moon and sun, variants. That's where I made the Tesni and the Amaris. Amaris are the moon, and the Tesni are the sun. And then the Fanar are kind of like the oddballs out. So, that's yeah, I have a lot of referencing here and there from a lot of my favorite games that kind of help me build the lore of my own story. So I get a lot of inspiration, outside inspiration as well. And just seeing what other folks have done, reading different stories as well, different books, in the werewolf genre as well, really helps, especially some of the romance ones. So it's going to be a fun experience, I think. This time around, because before I was just so inexperienced with writing stories, because I was out of the story writing and comic making for so long. I stopped after college, and that was like back in 2013, and then after that I just kind of stopped caring about making art and doing anything related to that field. I was just was really focused on trying to find a job to pay the bills and pay the student loans back. I was stuck in survival mode essentially. And then after I finally got stabilized and got more comfortable with where I'm at now, I was able to get back into art within the last few years, which was really nice. It's been really fun getting back into it, finding my core, essentially, Why I liked making art in the first place. Making unique realms that are meaningful to me, which means they'll probably be meaningful to others as well, who maybe have the same interests. So, you never know what's out there. There's so many different stories to be told. And I think that's just a natural thing for humans to do, is to tell stories and love to tell a story. Whether it's something, like just telling you about their daily work habits or something like that. I don't know, like how their job went that day, to campfire style stories. So, I don't know. Yeah. I shouldn't say I don't know. I know. I kind of like that. The passion behind it all. Oh, I rambled a bit. Here, let me get some water. Let me check chat. Yes. And died as a George Foreman film. Oh no. I'm sorry for your PS3 fan. Yeah, I'm doing the same for mine. I'm changing the Helios lichens a bit. Like they were born from the union of dragon and lichens. Oh yeah, okay. And I had them start as lichens but when puberty happens, they change to wolf dragons. Oh, so like an age ceremony type thing is what happens after they reach a certain age. They'll eventually get like kind of like a werewolf and a vampire, like reaching a certain age and getting their like powers or something like that, you know, like they advance. It's a cool concept. That'd be fun to tinker with. You know, I can't wait to see more about that. That'd be a good time. Yes. And then today's the 10th. 2 sketches. This is probably like the most art I've done in one day. So this is the ink sketch I did. So it's not too bad. It's just Farron and her like mutated wolf head over here, which what she eventually turns into at some point in time. Or maybe she turns into. We'll see how it goes with, I guess, with how the story is being told. Let's see. For anybody joining in just now, or I've joined in the last, 15 minutes, this was the sketch redeem that was issued earlier. I kind of went a little overboard with this one when I started coloring. I was supposed to go simple, but I didn't. But mainly it's just colored pencils and acrylic markers, and that's it. I didn't use a standard, like, just a pencil and ink, like what I usually do. So I went outside my comfort zone, essentially. Which is a fun way to go about it, because it's kind of more of like a painterly aspect if you think about it, because you find your shapes, and then you start coloring in those shapes, and then you start forming those shapes with the pencils. It's a fun concept. Everyone should try that, I think, at one point in time. Always shake it up. Never stay the same. Root in art? Yeah. You should always try new things in art. That's what art's for. Her art chest looks shiny. Yeah. You can see like the gel pen kind of coming through here and there. Possibly like that little light right there from the gel. A bit closer of a look there for you. The line work and everything. So it's a little, because of the colored pencil, you're going to see like that more graininess. My testing here, I did, of course. Don't pay attention to my nail polish. I need to redo my nails. I'm just like, ugh. Don't pay attention to those. Yeah. So that was the previous sketch. We did the ink sketch, and then I think we're going this way. Yes, we are. Okay. I don't know what's all in the sketchbook, so I'm being very wary with the pages. We just did some like the, testing here on the expressions earlier as well. And then Elias. There we go. You did post something in the art channel. You did. Let's see what it is. Let me open up Discord again here real quick. Let us see. What have you shared with us today? Besides the amazing art poster from earlier. Just waiting for Discord to load in. Hopefully. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Boom, 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 boom. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, is it more Andrea and John? By Escriba Esta. Hey, is that the new artist? Hey, it's so cute! I'm gonna share this. I hope it saves. Aww, it's so precious. I like their line work. Very nice. Hold the phone. Hopefully this image isn't like, be ginormous like the last one, but we'll find out. Okay, there we go. I think maybe we'll find there. Ta-da! John and Andrea. This is Andrea. This is who I drew for Dante earlier, by the way. The little sketchy doodle. I just did it in my own little art style. Here, we can go back to the sketch. keep bumping everything. There you go. My version of Andrea? The original Andrea. Which I think there is variants of Andrea. She's always a fun draw. What's up, Avocado? How you doing, Catman? It's the Catman. I'm surprised you're still awake. How's recording going? It's more like John talking to himself spiritually in his mind. Oh. Because they are like, basically they're like two souls who share the same body, isn't it, or something? Or are they the same person? I can't remember the lore too well. But it's a very cool concept. For those who've seen the picture, this is what it looks like in my hand. It's this small. The dragon head I'm working on. I was gonna make it kiss the screen, but never mind. Same person. Got it. Indubitably. Indubitably. You were just streaming. Oh, you were. Oh, schnapps. What were you streaming? What were you doing before you decided to jump in here and say hello? Dead daddy. Wait a minute. What is this? We're gonna go take a little bit of a Google look. What is this madness? I don't think I've heard of this game. I was so confused. I was like, that's not a game. It's like literally Who's Your Daddy is a Steam game. That's what popped up. Oh, you're playing 15? Awesome sauce. More 15. I missed it. Well, if you do have the streams posted to your YouTube, I will have to go and check it out to see how far along you went. I don't know if you're saving your gameplay. But that's a very fun game. I need to replay that. One of these days I need to. Everyone keeps playing 15. Every time I see like a lot of like of a Final Fantasy game being played, it's like the universe is talking to me saying, "You must play the game again. It has been some time. It has been almost a year." In this case, ooh, a long time. I do gotta finish my Final Fantasy X playthrough, actually. I think I got up to Mount Gagazet. Or a little bit past Mount Gagazet. I think I have to go fight Sin. I think I'm pretty much done with 10 after that point. And I might play 10 too. So, I just know the dress fair system's pretty... And the story's kind of hard to do with that one too because of the, It's not very straight laced. You're kind of like jumping through everywhere, like teleporting a lot. Which is kind of a bummer. Anyway, how are you enjoying 15? That is the main question. What is in this sketchbook? Hang on, let me see. It's like one of my small sketchbooks. Oh, it's this sketchbook. This is where my old sketches are. This is like Mateo with a beard. I might keep that a concept for him though. More Mateo. The man that steals Farron from Elias, essentially. Oh, jeez. That's old concept art. Okay, it's very messy to see, but this is like a... What was it? Draw this in your style contest entry that I did for Dante and Silver a while back. This is like the beginning of it. It's so old. It's ancient. Okay. many old doodles in here. Look, I mean, if you guys remember when I sketched these out last year or the year before that? More Elias doodles? Human Elias? A human? Man. There's no other things in here of surprises? Okay, we're good. Okay, it's a clean sketchbook. We're good. I was like, let me take it off screen real quick. Let me just double check, make sure there's nothing hiding in there. Get flagged. Twitch will, like, take me down. How dare you? I didn't mean it, I promise. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm in a sketchy mood, I guess, is what you want to say. Let's draw some eyeballs. You're liking it so far? Well, that's good to hear. I know a lot of folks get stuck on the fishing side quest game. I'm one of them. And the chocobo racing. So like once I got those unlocked, I was like, I'm done. This is the game for me. I'm not finishing the game. Cuz literally when they first dropped the game, all there was side quests to do. There wasn't a whole lot of main story, unfortunately, in 15, which was really sad because for a Final Fantasy game, that's the whole reason you play is for the story, you know? And like I tell folks when they start out playing it, I mean, I would suggest watching the movie if you can. The Kingsglaive movie. That way you can kind of get like basically like the prologue to the game itself. Lost my voice. Because it literally shows you what happens, which I'm like, why couldn't they just put that in the video game and just call it a good time? Chimney Christmas. Could have had you run around as characters, you know? I'm just practicing noses and eyes and stuff like that right now. My human noses, because I always draw a lot of, like, you know, furry noses. Very generic nose shape. I'm just sketching things now. Just to sketch it. Lips. Me. I always make giant lips. Chin. Jaw. Did that make sense? I have no idea. Mateo? Ma potato? Really now, Dante? Oh, the sketchy? Oh yeah, I just saw that. Let's see, these like popped up for me. This actually gets tossed. Pretty much. I mean, Twitch will like get you for like simple anatomy stuff too, so you gotta be very wary with what you can do on Twitch. Be wary. Be very, very wary. What else should I doodle? I have no idea. This is what I do when I'm like just wanting to practice. I'll draw all kinds of eyes. I focus a lot on eyes, to be honest. To semi-realism to realism. But I should probably call it good for stream and get some rest because, oh my goodness. Did not realize how much time has passed already. Maybe I'll watch just some Avatar tonight. The Way of Water. Yep. I'm good. Until tomorrow. I'll probably stream again. I might do a morning stream. We'll see. When I wake up. We'll see when I wake up. Let's raid out to somebody. Let's go say hi to someone. I don't know who. Just somebody random. Who's still awake is the question. Could do more art. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Rock Clark. Sounds kind of fun. Are they doing pixel art? You know what? Mini Portrait Day, Chainsaw Man, and Reina Mishima. Oh, are they Spanish? Vamos. Let's go say hola. I don't think I follow them, so there's somebody new. Yep, Espanol, Mexico, PNG tuber. Let's go. Let's go tell him hi. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's do this. You can stay for stream or the raid. But thank you for joining me for stream, was what I was trying to say. And I will see you guys in the next one. Go say hello to Rock Clark. Say hola, ¿cómo estás? It's very much all Spanish. Just a heads up. Oh my goodness.